Live. This hangout on air is live or live.
Across the globe, into space, and possibly underwater. I don't know if we're paying the extra $2 for the underwater service.
Atlantis. It's live, broadcasting live in Atlantis. Aquaman is picking up our feed. He's so excited.
Just shaking his head like, why the fuck do I have to watch this again?
That's the only channel they have. Oh man, but yeah, episode 28. We're getting there.
Where's there?
I have no idea. I was hoping you would just
somewhere.
I was hoping you would just come up with something.
Getting, there.
We're getting there.
We're arriving at Valhalla, where we can dine with Thor. That's a thing, right? I think you got to pay $3 for that a month.
And it's pretty cheap.
I guess. I mean, the food that they serve, I heard, isn't good. But that could be
but they have like chicken legs the size of my house, so
that's true. That's all they have too.
Pretty much. That's all I see them eat in the movies.
Protein, man. That's all they need. That's why they're so fucking buff. Gotta have that protein.
That's how you're able
Carbs.
to. That's how you're able to lift Mjolnir. Eat that chicken.
Yeah, it's not magic. It's just simply protein and upper body strength.
Yeah, that's what deems you worthy. To have the power of Thor.
All for $3 a month.
Our new sponsor this week.
Valhalla.
Live from Asgard. Yeah, so what's new?
What's new, pussycat? Well, I finished the Telltale Walking Dead games. That didn't take me long. I got them done pretty quickly.
Okay. Season 2?
Once I sat down to do them. Yeah. I finished season 1. I don't know if I talked about it last time, if I had finished season 1 by then. I don't think so. I think I finished it this past week. Did 400 days. Finished season 2. Furious throughout the entire games. But I got through them.
How'd you end it?
Everybody died. If they could die, they died.
Now I'm talking about like the last 5 minutes.
I kill Kenny, and then we walk out, me, the girl, and the baby, and then I brought new people into the shopping mall.
I did the same thing, except I didn't bring the new people in. I think Clementine has been through enough shit.
Wait, you brought them in, or you didn't bring them in?
I didn't bring them in. Trust no one.
I brought them in. I'm like, I don't give a shit. They're gonna, certain things like that, I feel like regardless of what I choose, they have their own plan.
Well, yeah, it's a Telltale game. Either way, it's not.
So I was doing some research while I finished, and they have the Michonne. They have a Michonne game planned.
Yeah, obviously.
That should be coming out either.
That's coming out like 2
next year. Yeah, and then after that they'll have season 3, which I guess will have something to do with the Michonne story. So I'm like, all right, that's fine. I mean,
I don't
know if they're going to continue with Clementine.
Did they properly announce season 3? Like, was it official, or was it just something that people assume is coming out?
It was somebody from from Telltale talking about it, like the CEO or the president or somebody in charge there. Because I think it was during E3 this year that they talked about it.
Because remember, they still have the Minecraft game
and the Marvel game that I completely forgot about.
And the Michonne.
But the Marvel game, I think it's supposed to come out next year. Like, it's scheduled for next year. I don't know if it'll actually come out next year, because Telltale never tells anybody anything.
It's not coming out until 2017. Because if it's taking them all year just to do Tales of the Borderlands, episode 5 is not coming out until the end of this year. So they announced these games.
Well, I heard that next episode will be coming out fall this year, so I guess the very latest November. But then again, who knows? It's like fucking shot in the dark. And then Game of Thrones, I think they've been doing it since last year, no? Since last December.
Yeah, it started around the same time as Borderlands, so it should. Well, I think Game of Thrones has an extra episode, right? Isn't it going to be 6 episodes? Yeah, so that might end next year, like early next year. It's probably going to end around the time that whenever the new season starts. I don't know how their schedule is, so
that's in March.
Yeah, so it's probably going to end around that time.
Now that's another one that's infuriating me. Like at certain points, I'm just like, I wish I just had the kill button. Just fucking hit the button, and people just drop dead. I'm like, fuck, that'd be so great. Which is one thing I realized. That's why you play as like a little girl in season 2.
That's why you
can't really be like just fucking murder everybody as adults. They're like, we can get away with a lot more anger.
This is why you can't be the president of the United States, because that red button, you would just have the latch permanently open. Like, oh yeah, this country wants to go. Beep.
Hit that shit like it's the Staples button. That was easy.
You'll get impeached so quick.
I would fucking just send that thing, just drum rolling it.
We'll
Fuck
go
everybody.
into the economy will be going even worse than what it was in 2008, because all that money will be going to spend into nuclear. Like by the time that your presidency ends, like the world will look like Pandora.
I'm down with that. So from all the Telltale games, I'm leaving Tales of the Borderlands last because there's comedy in there.
Yeah, so every episode is so good. So good. I can't wait to see how they're going to end this. And then hopefully get Borderlands 3.
Yeah. Has that been announced? I forget.
They say they're working on it, but seeing how the time it took from Borderlands 1 to 2, we're probably, let's see. Borderlands 2 came out in 2012, 13, 14. We're probably not going to get that game probably not next year. They'll probably show something at E3 next year, and then they'll say it's going to be for 2017, and then it's going to get delayed, and then it's going to come out in 2018.
But
that's how things work now.
Gearbox is pretty good at keeping on schedule, right?
I don't know. I mean, I've only played their Borderlands, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, from what I remember, I think only the first Borderlands game was pushed back, and that was because they completely redid the graphics to what it is now.
Yeah, it was supposed to look like Fallout. It was supposed to look like Fallout.
Right.
But they changed it. I think the only game that they had problems with was that Duke Nukem game that came out a couple years ago that they've been working on since like the 90s or however long. And it kept getting redone. So I think that's the only one, but I guess that's just an exception. But I don't know.
So that's what I've got. Like, I've been fucking finishing shit left and right for the past couple weeks. Been on top of it. I finished that Dead Nation today.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But like, I caught up on TV shows, like most of the TV. Well, one specific, Mr. Robot. She was so good.
I don't know what that is.
And just been catching up. Actually, I caught up on my comics.
Oh, for now.
Yeah, I'm already a week behind though. I gotta finish last week's comics now, but I caught up last week.
Well, as soon as you're talking about comics, we can talk about the comic book club that we're gonna start up sometime soon. Hopefully next month.
So our plan is to start a monthly comic book club situation where we'll announce a comic at the beginning of the month, and then at the end of the month, talk about it and discuss it and give it our very unprofessional opinion. Like the stuff that our reviews are gonna make it to the front page of.
It's not even going to be a
newspaper
review.
somewhere.
I don't like to call it a review. I like to call it a discussion.
All right, our discussion will make it to the front page.
If you call about rude, then you got to do like critiques. And it's like, nah, I just want to give my opinion. That's it.
Yeah.
If
you don't want to give like a 3 out of 5 star rating on anything.
Nah, that's too much pressure. Not getting paid enough for that. And as CEO and my vast number of interns that amount to 1, and he's on this podcast right now. But yeah, so
the first book of the month will be Batman Hush. That almost fell in the water. It'll be Batman. So then the plan would be for my calendar to open. Probably post the video by like the 28th. So we'll record it the weekend before that. That'll be a Monday. And we'll have it out for people. Hopefully somebody watches it.
Hopefully. I got to come up with a clever name because Comic Book Club is too generic. I don't like generic names. I'm not going to announce it on the podcast because then someone's going to steal my idea. But
they'll steal it, trademark it, and then make millions. Which has happened to us in the past.
I guess I don't know about that. So,
and Hush will be it. And then we'll like a different publisher every month.
Yeah, you're breaking in and out.
Right. And then I got nothing else on comics. Just the exclusive announcement we just made. Worldwide exclusive.
Exclusive.
We'll add a graphic here.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, I guess we could talk about that Arrow season 4 trailer. Arrow. And Diggle in his Magneto helmet.
I really don't like it.
In the trailer, it looked like it had a like a shield, you know when you know how you have the motorcycle helmet and then it has like that thing in it that you can bring down.
Like a Judge Dredd. Let me see a Judge Dredd.
But you know that space in the middle that he could see through? It looks like there's like a plexiglass or something right there.
Yeah,
covering it.
I don't know why. Yeah, something like this. Let me see.
The only way to make this thing look cool is if he's driving a motorcycle. If that's his way of transportation. Because then you could be like, oh yeah, it's a motorcycle helmet plus it's a bulletproof thing.
Here, look, this is a Judge Dredd helmet. So this is what I guess it kind of resembles, but the front is more closed off.
Like Magneto.
It's got to be something here. Or maybe he's going to be the Guardian.
Or that. Yeah, that's what people are saying.
Because I just saw it right here. Like, this looks terrible. I'm sorry, man.
And I have a feeling it's going to be Felicity's idea for him to wear that. How much you want to bet?
Why?
Because she has the money. If it's going to be bulletproof.
Money.
See, something like that would look better.
The Guardian?
Yeah, just not yellow.
Should have gone with this.
Oh boy.
But besides that, it's I don't know what to think about it. I saw the trailer once. Nothing stuck. Nothing stuck in my mind except that like Oliver's back.
Yes, he's back. I was never
Back
an
again.
Felicity shipper, so I wasn't really excited about. She did look good on that kitchen counter, though, making whatever she was making.
Yeah, she sure did. But I was never a fan either of like them two getting together. I felt that forced,
I felt like
kind of out
it
of
would just
nowhere.
ruin her character. That's why a lot of people were complaining last season that she was whining too much. Because I knew if they did the whole romance thing with her and Oliver, that it wouldn't be the same Felicity that we saw in like season 1 and season 2. But that's just me. I'm the vocal minority here.
I don't know. I don't. I never liked it. I know it's not going to last either. By the end of
Yeah.
the season, they'll be broken up.
Yeah. Or she dies and then we riot. Riot.
Kill everybody. They keep killing off like everybody except the one person that we all want dead. Canary.
Nah, I don't think she needs to die.
She needs to be gone.
I just
Give her
want
her own
Sarah.
city to go protect them.
I want Sarah back, which
Yeah.
we're getting. So I mean, as long as we get more Sarah, I'm good. I can ignore everybody else.
Amen to that. Amen to that. Have you been seeing pictures online of Speedy doing her thing?
Nah, I just saw what was in the trailer.
Like on her Instagram, she's always posting pictures of
I don't
her in
have
costume
Instagram.
and shit.
I don't have Instagram.
Good stuff. I look forward to it. I'm still waiting for the Flash season 2 trailer though. That's what I'm really waiting for.
The Flash. He is not the fastest
We got
man
our first
alive.
look at Damien Dark.
Yeah.
My name is Burry Allen.
And I am the second fastest man alive. Second fastest man alive. He kept saying that every time in the intro. I was like, no, you're not. Because when the episode starts, you're clearly outmatched.
From the beginning, he's not the fastest. I
Uh,
wonder if he's going to keep saying that now. I mean, technically, he
probably-
is back to being the fastest man alive because there's nobody else now until like Jay Garrick and Wally shows up and they cast a female speedster. I can't remember her name now.
yeah, Jesse Quick. Like Nesquik. That should be her name. Nesquik.
That's their cartoon version of it. It's just a rabbit.
Jesse Quick, which I know nothing about. A lot of the Flash stuff I really don't know anything about, besides Barry Allen and like his story, and like Wally West and his story.
I got a ton of old issues I still have to read through, like from the late '80s, early '90s.
But yeah, I'm just looking forward to it. I don't know what else is coming out, and we got the Legends of Tomorrow, but we already saw a trailer for that. We got
Gotham is finally up on Netflix.
Not yet.
Or it's what, end of the month? No.
Actually,
Actually,
yeah, I think you said 28 or something like that. The 28th.
So that
is a Monday.
Yeah. So that exclusive contract did absolutely nothing.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so I gotta watch that. Get ready for season 2. Finally finished Heroes, thank God. It ends on a to be continued, which I was like, I really don't care.
To be continued 5 years later.
When did it end? 2012?
I have no idea. How did they not know that they were getting canceled though?
I don't know. I just remember I was at Royal when they announced it was being canceled. It was probably like during the summer.
I don't remember. I finished Chuck. That was a good show. Except for the Subway commercials. Boy, did that fucking infuriate me.
At least they bought the
Seriously,
buy more
every
at the
time a
end.
Subway. Oh my God, that pissed me off so much. Every time I saw Subway, I wanted to just stop watching the show completely. It just took me out of it, and I'm just.
You didn't want those delicious Subway sandwiches that they don't even look like that when you order them?
No, I did feel like buying a Toyota though, for some reason.
Here you have it.
Sienna.
Oh yeah. Those line drops.
Oh my God. Yeah. Besides that, the show's good. The spoiler alert for Chuck. The last episode that he gets the intercept back in his head. Does he get the 1.0 or does he get the 2.0 back in his head?
He gets whatever is the latest version. The one that his sister was making. Remember his sister was making
3.0 probably.
Yeah, his sister was making a one where she could put like Sarah's memories into it and then have her put it on. She got memories back. But he needed to put it on so he could know how to stop the bomb.
Right.
So he made that sacrifice. So this is supposed to be like the best version, the most pristine version of the. Yeah, but season 5, man, there were so many plot holes. They didn't make any sense. There's a lot of things, especially with when they brought back Shaw. I'm like, all right. Last time we saw Shaw was like the end of season 3 or whatever, and he had like the intersect in his head. But we found out at the end of season 3 that version of the intersect deteriorates the brain. So how the hell he's able to have it through all of season 4 and then season 5, and he's still able to use it with no effects?
He didn't have the watch that protected him? I don't remember.
After they introduced the whole watch thing, they never brought it back up again.
That lost him. That fuck. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
Like, you see it again in the season 1 of episode 4 when you see Chuck has like 3 watches or whatever, but they never bring it up again. Never. It's like, and then it's like,
is that because they cure him of that somehow?
Well, he loses the intersect in season 4. He loses the intersect, but then when Morgan gets it, they never bring it up. Like that could have been a possible way to help save him, was for him to wear the watch, but they never bring it up.
That's true.
And then another thing with Shaw is like, you capture this guy. Obviously, they have a way to remove the intersect from you. Why does he still have the intersect in his head? That should have been.
They got tons of those. Like every time something happens, it's like, oh, we'll just get in touch with Beckman, and she just sends over another pair of glasses to remove it from everybody.
That should have been the first thing. You had this deadly agent. You lock him up with the intersect. Come on.
Just in case. Should we take it off, guys? We might need him in the future. We could probably talk him into being good again.
It's like, didn't make any sense. And the whole thing with Sarah losing her memory stuff, I was like, here we go. They're doing the whole memory loss. It was like
they were trying to stretch it out at the end, because it felt a lot of times as if every episode they finished was like as if they were being canceled. So they finish an episode or a small story arc of like 3 episodes, and they would be like, all right, so we have to end it here so that if we get canceled, we have up to here completed. Because they went through, what was it, season 5? They did the wedding.
Yeah, that was that season 4. That was the end of season 4. Yeah.
But then throughout season 5, every couple episodes or so, it was like a comic book where it was just like a small story arc in chunks. So they will finish it, they'll catch the bad guy, and then move on to the next thing. And then move on to the next thing. And you're just sitting there feeling like it dragged out. Wow. Which I think they did actually from season 4, to tell you the truth. Season 4 felt like that as well.
Well, if it would have ended,
season 3.
If it would have ended season, like the last episode of season 4 when they got married, it could have ended right there and just have like a little prologue, like a little 5-minute prologue or whatever, to see, like 3 or 5 years later, and they show what they're doing, and everyone's like, doing their thing. But I feel like season 5 is like everyone gets their happy ending except Chuck. So it's like, Morgan moves in with his girlfriend.
Who, by the way, is extremely, extremely pretty.
Oh yeah, I've seen her in something before, in other shows before. I just don't like. She looked familiar, but I just never looked her up.
Seen her, but like.
But yeah, so
very pretty.
Morgan gets it. Morgan gets happy, and he moves in with his girlfriend. What's the guy's name?
Casey.
Casey goes after Gertrude. That's her name, right?
Gertrude.
The Matrix. Yeah. He goes to be with her. Chuck's wife loses her memory, and he has to like convince her to fall in love with him again. It's like, come on. Out of all the main characters, you should at least have the guy who's the show is named after to have the best ending.
They're incredible jobs over in, what was it, Boston or Chicago or something like that. Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think of that.
But yeah, I don't know. But I still love the show though. Like I'll watch. I'll definitely watch it again. Like in a couple years or whatever. But so
one thing I did like is that Chuck called his thing flashes. Like, did you flash on something?
Oh yeah,
and then Morgan calls his zoom.
Yeah, because flash and zoom,
which is great. Exactly. And then Morgan becomes like a villain for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that.
I wonder if that was planned.
Yeah, I noticed that the second time around when I just rewatched it. Now I didn't really put those two together the first time. Maybe because like the flash just ended, and
I'm like, flash and zoom. I wonder if it has anything to do with it. And then as he became a villain, I'm like, I wonder if they knew that. I'm gonna write a letter to the writers, let them know about all these little coincidences that they might have not known about.
Yeah. Yeah,
so my next show will be a rewatch of Firefly.
My next show is
Heroes.
Hell no. That I'm watching. I don't know. I have to find something on Netflix. I was actually thinking of watching Xena, so that's on Netflix. Mm-hmm. I saw it on there, and I was like, oh, I haven't seen this show in a long.
How many seasons is that?
It's a couple. It's like 4 or 5, but I don't know how much it is per season. How many episodes?
Is Hercules on there?
Maybe. I know there was like a little crossover stuff.
Yeah, because I think Xena is a spinoff of Hercules. If I'm not mistaken.
I don't remember.
I used to watch that shit when I was young.
I had the cartoon movie with them too. Hercules and Xena.
Hercules.
But yeah, I haven't seen that. I wanted to see if Knight Rider was on there, but it's not on there. So.
Soon. Check Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I gotta do that before I think mine expires in like January.
I just say Amazon Prime Video Watcher because it's such a shitty interface. Like it just doesn't work properly. I think.
I just use the one on the PS4. I don't use it.
But I can download stuff and watch it
offline. Whatever. Anyways, other than that, in games, been playing that Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. That's
good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I haven't played any of the Metal Gear Solid games, which I know everyone's going to be like, oh my God, how could you not play the best game ever made? It's like, relax, all right?
You call yourself a gamer, Hugs. You got to play them all, dude.
No, I'm all right. I don't want to sit through 30-minute cutscenes. Like this game, like I've been listening to podcasts. I've been listening to podcasts or people who played previous games. Like they're comparing it to this, and they're like, oh, that they don't really see it as like a Metal Gear game. But and as they're saying all these things, I'm playing. I'm like, okay, I noticed it because I've watched playthroughs of all like Metal Gear 1 through 4. I watched playthroughs of, and I'm playing this. I'm like, I see what they're talking about because after the prologue, there's hardly, unless when you go back to your mother base, there's like little like 2-3 minute cutscenes. After that, there is really no cutscenes that I've come into. I'm only on mission 15, 14 or 15. And it's just you go into your which your device they use is called an iDroid, which I thought was pretty funny. But
It's
you
called
go
what?
into the iDroid.
Okay.
It makes Android and iPhone.
Nice.
But like you go in, you pick your mission. There's like a little mission briefing, tell you what's going on. They drop you off, and then you just go do your thing. There's hardly any cutscenes that I've come into. It's just pure gameplay, which what everybody was saying. That's a lot of people who played the previous games didn't really like about this one. I was like, that's fine with me because I can just throw on a podcast and just play. I ain't got to worry about no exposition, nothing like that. But I mean, maybe later on, like stuff will pop up. But for me right now, I haven't really. I mean, I'm
You done anything crazy yet?
Not really.
Have you done the mission that you snipe a grenade out of the air?
Nah, I just got quiet as a buddy, so I don't know what mission
That should be the only way you kill people now. I mean, it seems like it's a skill tree or something that you unlock, or an ability.
You have
that, you should just kill everybody like that. Just start heaving grenades and having her shot into people.
You have to you get 4 buddies in the game. You have the horse, you have the dog, you have quiet, and then you have like this machine that they call the walker. You go in and it's like a little mobility machine, and the more you use them, your bond level goes up with them. So it's like a progression thing. So like I just unlocked her, so I only have like her basic sniper rifle. But as you go on, your bond level with them goes up, you unlock more stuff for them. So I think that ability. What?
Can you go in with more than one?
Nah, you pick one before the mission. You pick whichever one you want before the mission starts. So I think that one, like I got a strategy guide, and that was one of the last things you unlock. Like you could command her to shoot the grenade or whatever. But other than that, I mean, I did like one of the side missions. And like you could, when you have her as a buddy, like there's 2 things you could do. You could have her like scout the area. Like you choose what position you want her to be in. She'll scout the area and mark all the enemies she sees. And then you could have one where you have her like in attack mode. So like what I do is when I go into an area, I just put her to scout, see where all the enemies are. And then I put her, and then like, I don't really put her in attack unless I get spotted. But like, I just have her scout, and then she at all times, whatever enemy like I'm near, or if I'm checking out like with the binoculars, you see like the sniper laser pointing at their head.
Nice.
Just ready. She has like an itchy trigger finger. Like there was one where like I wanted to like recruit someone, because like you have the ability that you could like either stun people or put them to sleep. And then you could like Fulton them out, like you attach like this hot air, not hot air balloon, but like this balloon thing, and then like it shoots them up, and then you deliver them to your base, and you can use that for like upgrade. Like you have like you could do any of the like lower level people, but they also have like the specialists who specialize in like certain things. And then those could help you get like different upgrades or whatever that you need, like better guns, better materials or whatever. So there was one person that I was sneaking up on. He turns around last minute. And then when you get spotted, you go into like this reflex mode where like time slows down. So it gives you a chance to like either get a headshot or like put them to sleep or whatever. So like, I think I didn't have my gun ready at the time. So it goes into reflex mode. Reflex mode ends, and you just see the sniper bullet right through the head. I'm just like, well, it's good that you got my back, but I wanted to extract him.
Can you Fulton dead things into the base?
Nah, it's just if you kill them, you can't fault them. It's only people you put to sleep.
Because I would just send in just piles of dead bodies into the fucking base. You guys figure out what to do with this shit.
And then like after a while, what?
No, do your thing.
Now to say after a while, you can unlock this thing. You can unlock a mode for her called Cover Me, and you could pretty much just run into a base, get alerted as much as you want, and she'll just snipe everyone.
That's awesome. Do you even have to attack anybody?
Nah, it's just once they alert you, once they get alerted, she kills.
So you just walk right in.
you just nonchalantly like remember in Saints Row 4 that walk thing when you're in like the hallucination or whatever, and you're just walking like this. You can pretty much just walk in like that and just choo, 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 choo.
You do like in the movie The Losers. You got the guy there just with his fingers and it just.
I can't wait to, but I want to unlock her. Her silence sniper rifle I did, because what right now it's not silent. So like when she shoots, they know where her position is. So I want to get the one where she has a silence one. But I see a lot of potential in this character that I'm just gonna fuck around with. Like I saw a GIF on Reddit, someone posted, because the thing, like, wow, like there's well, I'm gonna get to that later because there's some weird stuff that I saw. Not weird, but because Japan stuff. But like I saw a GIF. I saw because the thing is the enemies adapt. Like later on in the game, the enemies adapt to your play style. So like, let's say if you go in and you do a lot of headshots, you get like a mission briefing where the guy's like, okay, the enemies are aware of your tactics, so they're starting to wear helmets now. And if you keep doing it, they wear even like heavier helmets or whatever. And if you do a lot of body shots, they start wearing like, you know, better body armor. So it's a cool feature. But it's one of those things where it's like, I like playing this certain type of way, but now I can't do that anymore. But I saw a GIF on Reddit that someone posted that the enemy had the helmet on and he gets spotted. And so he has his gun out. Quiet shoots, but because he had the helmet, it knocked that, like, she shoots, it knocks the helmet off, so he just goes in for the headshot. And I was just like, nice.
That's the thing is, I don't have a specific game style besides just chaotic and me dying a lot. So my enemies would just be walking around naked. They're like, fuck it, this guy can't hit us for shit. We don't even need to wear anything.
Yeah, that, like, I like to play a certain way. Like, there was one mission where all I did was just stay on the outskirts of the area and just snipe everyone and just went in and extracted the person I needed. Because the thing is, like, if you take out enemies after, like, if you take out enemies after a while, others come in to replace them. So it's like, and it's even worse when, like, you take out an enemy and then they find the other enemies, like, find the dead body or whatever, and they call in and be like, oh, we got an intruder or whatever, and then other people come in to replace them. It's like, it's not like other games where it's like you could take them out one by one until eventually where the area is like clear and you just go and do what you gotta do and leave. But
man, I just found this amazing cosplay for Quiet. Look at this shit. That is fucking on point.
Nice. Wait, hold on. Let me put it up on the screen.
Look at that face.
So everybody can see. Hold on, where is it? Okay.
Look at that. That right there is cosplay of the year.
That's how you got it. It's so accurate.
It has a knife.
Man. Yeah, the explanation they made for why she dresses that way, it's like, come on. Really? It's like that she has well, they didn't say it now, but I already know about it. She has like this certain parasite or whatever, like that's implanted in her, that a lot, like, she doesn't eat, she doesn't She doesn't eat and she doesn't breathe. Like she does everything through her skin. And they and like when if it's raining outside, when she's like near water, whatever, it's like harder for her to move. So the way how that is, they describe it like it's similar to like photosynthesis. So I'm like, really? So like, and they're like, oh, if she wears clothes, she can't breathe. So it's like,
But she's wearing like stockings and shit.
yeah, like
Well, I
her
guess
whole
that's
like her whole upper body is what's this now that you're sending me? Oh yeah,
And
I saw
when you
this.
Fulton the guy, when you Fulton
this
the
is what
enemies and
happens
stuff,
when
like,
you this is what happens when your bond level with her goes up, and like
she just starts flashing you.
you're sitting in the helicopter. She starts doing these like provocative poses or whatever, and then there's one where she like gets into like on all four and like does like a cat stance, and like if I think there was one where like if you stare at her for like 10 seconds, she'll get up and like, yeah, she'll do that. She'll get up and like go in your face and start staring back at you. I'm just like,
I guess I just found the cover for our episode.
oh yeah, for sure. Save that. We'll get a lot of views. That's actually a skin that you can unlock for her for the blood thing. It's like, why would I want her? But yeah, there's like a lot of there's a lot of like little
Wait,
details.
if she absorbs nutrients from like rainwater, doesn't she absorb stuff from the blood?
I don't know. I'm not a biologist.
All right.
But yeah, there's a lot.
Again, when you Fulton people though, hold on. When you Fulton people in, because you're Fulton in enemies in.
Yeah.
What do they explain like why they just willingly help you?
They don't. I'm pretty sure they're tortured. I'm pretty sure they're tortured into because there was a mission I did where I extracted this guy, I bring him in, and then there's a cutscene where they're torturing the guy. Like I guess he's like paralyzed from the waist down, so he wears like these mechanical things that allow him to walk. So what they did was they cut the wire that did they cut? No, they had him tied up. They grabbed the controller that controls the legs, presses the button, and then like the thing starts extending out, so his legs straightened out, and then it starts moving like inwards, like where your knee bends,
yeah.
Like it straightens out, and then it just keeps going, where it's like going like this, and there's like, we need this guy for intel, and you're sitting there torturing him. So I'm pretty sure everyone you Fulton in gets tortured. And they pretty much work against your will.
And then they're just brainwashed, I assume.
Yeah, pretty much. But like I was saying, there's like a lot of little details that they put into the game that you would never see in any other game. Like I found a list. I'll find it. I'll look for it later and I'll send it to you. But there was like a list of things. Yeah, there was like a list of things that like there was one where it's like when you get shot, like this like you see blood stains on your outfit. But the way how you get rid of it is you either change your outfit, or there's like at your base there's like a shower thing, so you go into the shower and like wash it off or whatever. But if you don't do that for a while, like what happens is like you get real dirty and like flies and stuff start showing up above you, and you can get spotted that way. So if you're sneaking around, enemies will notice a stench and they'll go and investigate. And there's another thing where if you don't do it for a while, you go back to your base and one of your allies will throw like a bucket of water on you. But if you have Quiet as a buddy, he'll stop him from throwing the bucket and then take you with her to the showers. I'm just like, because Japan. That's how it's you'll never see in any of the, like I remember Metal Gear Solid was either 3 or 4. There's a part where you could like you're fighting one of the female bosses, whatever. But there's a thing that you could do where you could enter like into like a photo mode, and you can like take out your camera and like aiming at the girls, and then the bosses would start doing cute poses and stuff. I'm just like,
Is that how you beat her?
I have no idea. I just saw the video of it and I was just like, Mr. Hideo Kojima. But yeah.
How far are you from finishing the game?
I have no idea. I'm taking my time with it. Like I do a couple missions a day and then I'll get off. Like I'm not really trying to rush this game. Like a lot of people beat it day one. I'm just like, nah. Take my time.
Well, everybody does it.
Yeah, just take my time, mess around. Like I just unlocked, like I guess I don't know how many areas are in the game, but I just unlocked the second area. With which by the way might be I have to unlock Quiet's like tranquilizer gun, because the second area is in Africa, and then they have like this, not really mechanic, but there was this thing where the first mission I did there was like, you see like the child soldiers. And it was like, oh, if you kill any of the child soldiers, you automatically fail the mission. So now I'm like, well, now I definitely have to unlock her trank sniper rifle, because with their trigger finger, I'll be failing missions left and right.
You just walk in accidentally and just kids are dropping dead.
There was a mechanic that I just found out today, that you when people that you recruit, they have like specific like not stats but like personalities or whatever. So one thing I was noticing, there was a lot of like, you get like these messages, there was a lot of like fights breaking out among my crew. So I'm like, and then some of the crew end up in like the sick bay or whatever. So I'm like, why does that keep happening? How do I get rid of that? Well, apparently they have these people that have like the troublemaker personality, and all of them, like if you have a lot of those, then they pretty much cause trouble on your base. So a lot of people say you can either recruit more of like the diplomatic people, or you can just fire them. And I was like, well, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired, because I ain't tolerating that shit on my base.
What's it mean to be fired in this game now? Did they just kill them, or did they send them out to the desert?
They say that they're dismissed. So whatever that means, there's no cutscene or whatever. So I'm just like, I'm just firing all these people. I don't know what happens to them, but that's none of my business.
You don't give a shit as long as they're gone.
Because they're probably tossed overboard, because Mother Base is in the middle of the water. So they probably just
And before you Fulton people, you can see their personality? Or you just gotta throw them out, you just gotta Fulton them and then figure it out later?
Like when you finish the mission, it shows like all the people you recruited, and then it'll say it there. But yeah,
sounds like a fun game.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, it's pretty fun.
I should put it on my list for later.
It's a pretty fun game. Like I'm enjoying it so far. Like, of course, there's rage moments. Like they have this mechanic where like if you're out in the day, you get spotted more easily than if you're out at night, which is, like I said, it's a cool mechanic, but it gets annoying when people spot you 5 miles away.
Yeah.
Like really, like the sensitivity on it could use some tweaking, but I mean, it's just one of those things that they try to make like really realistic, and sometimes like the realism of the game kind of takes away from the fun. But I mean, some people like that challenge, so. And the thing is, like, if you do a lot of night missions at night, then it's one of those things where enemies adapt and they start wearing night vision goggles. So either way, you're screwed.
And then they see you from 5 miles away again.
Exactly. So either way, you're screwed. So, I mean, other than that, I'm pretty much enjoying it for what it is. Why do I still have? I still had the GIF open. I open it. It's like an ass in my face. It's like, come on. Let me see if I could find that article real quick, so I could read off at least some of the stuff that they had.
I feel like this is a game that is truly next gen for like a PlayStation for the PlayStation 4. Is it on Xbox One also or no?
Yeah, it's on Xbox One. Which I'm wondering, like, there's a lot of like, not a lot, but there's like a couple like Sony product placements. So I'm wondering if
Mm-hmm.
how that is on the Xbox version.
I don't know. I mean, maybe they don't change it because it's just a Sony and it's not PlayStation. Because you watch, for example, YouTube on the Xbox, and you'll get PlayStation exclusive games or PlayStation uh, advertisements on there.
True.
Because I don't think you can really control. I guess it depends how the game was made, but for the most part, I don't control it.
See if I can find this real quick.
But from what I hear and from what I've seen, the graphics in this game look great. Like they look amazing.
Oh yeah,
Definitely
the graphics are
next
really
gen shit.
yeah.
Plus all the stuff that the game, all the features and stuff that I've heard about that you can do in the game, it just seems like they're taking full advantage of
Yeah, it's one of those
the,
things where it's
the
like they're
current
just
console.
there's a certain way to do a mission, but they kind of sort of like it's one of those games where like I don't really like where it has that Assassin's Creed thing where it's like different objectives, and if sometimes
Mm-hmm.
if you don't do it like if you get spotted, you get like points deducted and all that stuff. And so sometimes it kind of encourages you to do it your like figure out your own way, and sometimes it doesn't. But like the way however you want to complete the objective, you could do it however you want. Like the like last night when I did the mission where Quiet shows up, like I saw it online. I was reading about it online that an easy way to defeat her is to drop ammo crates instead, because it's like a sniper battle. But the best way to defeat her is to mark her on the map and then just drop an ammo crate on her, and then like her stamina will go down, and then you do
What
it
is this,
again.
Looney Tunes?
So it's like, yeah, exactly. So I was like, I wonder if this will work. So I did it and it worked. And I was like, alrighty then.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me see something real quick. I'm trying to find this article, but
Yeah, I'll put that on my list, my ever-growing list of games to keep an eye out on Black Friday.
oh yeah, for sure. Let's see here.
Because I mean, as far as I know right now, FIFA comes out this month, but I don't think I'm going to get it this year. Still playing the other one. And then Uncharted comes out on the 9th.
Oh yeah, the Uncharted
So I
collection.
might... Oh, that's the Uncharted collection. That's right. Okay, good. I don't know if I want to get that.
Yeah, I'm getting that.
Halo 5.
Yeah, I'm not getting that because I don't have Halo. I mean, I don't have Halo. I don't have
Xbox.
I don't have an Xbox One. Xbox One exclusive. Exclusive. All right, here it is. So it says some insane attention to detail that you might have missed. I'll read some of these. I said that one. Said that one.
Where's this article from?
Gearnuke.com. All right, here's one it says. If you are hiding in an outhouse and have an iDroid speaker upgrade along with the recorded on the toilet cassette tape, you can play it over the speaker while hiding in the outhouse to stop enemy soldiers from checking it out. That's one. If you reload a full mag, you will still keep the one bullet that's in the chamber. That's one thing a lot of games, especially like Call of Duty or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing that you will never think about, but it's like that little detail that they didn't have to put in the game, but they did anyway. I can imagine like the programmers for this game, and Kojima's just like, I want this, and they're just like, if you stun or tranquilize an enemy near a water puddle, they will slowly drown to their death while making little bubbles in the water.
That's dark.
Yuki. All right, said that. Said that. Shooting the power lines while it is raining can electrocute soldiers. If you stand, no, said that. Jump.
You gotta make sure you go down this list and do all of these.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to. Some of these, I'm just like, nah, I ain't got time for that.
Like what?
You can hold up the drive. You can hold up the driver of a Jeep at gunpoint if you sneak behind him on the horse. You can call up helicopter if you want to clear the smoke from a smoke grenade. You can stick the C4 to any enemy soldier and then blow them all away when they get close together. If you
All this
return
stuff is pretty dark.
If you return to Mother Base while it's raining with Quiet, you can trigger a cutscene where she dances around in the rain. Oh, this game. But like I told you before, like I can just imagine how like Silent Hills would have been with Kojima making it. Like there would have been
Yeah,
so many like all these little details. Just imagine all these little details in a horror game. You'll never catch me playing that.
Not even gameplays.
I'll watch a walkthrough, yeah, but I'm talking about walkthrough. Like I'll
The
watch a
playthrough.
horror movie. That's fine. I'm not scared of horror movies. But once you put the controller in my hand, that's when the heart
Protocol
attack
takes
starts.
off. You're like, I'm not going in there.
Like right now, I started the same playthrough, but like the person is doing like alternate choices of Until Dawn. Like he's making all the opposite decisions to see how many people he can kill off by the end. I started that.
Okay.
The game's pretty short, so it's not really gonna take up that much of my time right now. But yeah, other than that, I think that's pretty much it. I don't know how long we've been going for. I never timed these things.
No, why that's a level of professionalism that we just cannot allow. But we can call it.
Yeah, unless
We'll make sure to what do we call it? Yeah. You click here. Bah!
yeah,
Or something.
Follow us on MySpace. Get that MySpace page up and going. Throwback.
Put some music on there.
But yeah, I mean, other than that, that's pretty much it for this week. It's pretty much gonna be a slow news week until New York Comic Con. I'm pretty sure.
Well, I mean, Dragon Con's this weekend.
Yeah, but they don't really. There's no announcements at Dragon Con. Just one of those conventions. Yeah. But there's another convention that takes place during Dragon Con. Is it like PAX? Or
PAX was last weekend.
Or maybe like another anime convention. I don't know. I know
normally it is PAX, but I think but it happened last weekend, so maybe this year they just changed it up for some reason.
Maybe, yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be slow news until I guess New York Comic Con, and then those VGA, if they have the VGA stuff, we'll get some video game announcements. But other than that, we will catch you guys on the flip side. West side.
Yup. Make sure you subscribe. Watch our older videos. Check out the Watch Us Plays where we play very old games.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And don't throw grenades at people.